Throwback gang, welcome. It's been a while since I was here. My apologies. Welcome to the brand new gameplay Stray. If you're new here, please consider liking, subscribing and turning on the bell notification that never miss an upload from me. And in this new title series, we shall be playing as a cat. Because why not? I apologize for the lack of consistent uploads. I have been doing other stuff, honestly speaking, and sometimes I've also been not up to it, and I'd rather not force things. I'd rather make it as natural as possible. Anyway, if you're excited, leave a like, sub down the notification. Whoa, why are you looking at us like that, man? But yeah, enough waffling. I'm gonna start a new game. I've also been streaming this game on Twitch. That's one of the things that I've been doing a lot. So link to my Twitch is also on my channel, so we stream pretty much every day, so come check us out. But yeah, that being said, let's play this from the vantage point of a cat. Now I will be playing it from the POV of a cat. Of course, you can speedrun the game if you want to by just completing the missions and everything that is required. Personally speaking, I'm not up for doing that. I will also be explaining the lore of the game for you guys, so it's part gameplay, part lore. The cat does not have a name. We don't know the name of the cat we are playing as, but personally speaking, I named all the cats because that's the kind of person I am. So this is the cat we play as you can see. Look at him with his weirdo cute cat face. Yeah, so I named this cat Brodie because he looks like a Brodie to me. Now, these are the other cat friends we have. I named this other cat Jameson, I mean. So, the white and brown cat, I named him Jameson. And look how friendly we are with Jameson. Now, I named this other inverted version of him that's white and brown. I named her Snow. I think it's a she. Yes, so this is Brodie and Snow, all loving and stuff. And now that Jameson and Snow are on the mat, we finally have Damien. Now I kinda wish we were playing with Damien because as a kid I had an all black cat that I loved so much. Still named him Damien. So yeah, this is also Damien, and that's our little group of miscreants. I hope you guys can see the tiny little cat footprints on the cardboard box, looking all cute as hell. And the final cat is Brodie. Now, so this is a post-apocalyptic world. The human race is extinct, basically speaking. Things just went down the drain. The human race died out. There was some sort of malfunction that created some terrestrial beings that basically ate up everything and destroyed everything, and there was also some noxious gases that were killing off all life. But as it stands right now, those gases are done. As you otherwise, Brodie, Jameson here, Snow over there, and Damien wouldn't be able to survive outside. But yeah, as you guys can see, Brodie with his cute widow face looking at us. I was gonna say such a dog, but it's not a dog, it's a cat. But anyway, this is chapter 1, Inside the Wall. As I said, I will be playing from the point of view as a cat. I mean, we will have our specific tasks to do, but at the same time, I am not going to ignore something that a cat would do, if that makes sense. So if a cat was to, for instance, I don't know, play with a ball, cause a ruckus, you know, I'm gonna make sure I do all those stuff. So my playthrough is probably not gonna be 2 hours long like a natural speed run. Instead, it's going to be the full gaming experience from the vantage point of Brodie. So yeah, this is Brodie, there's Damien. Gonna jump up so that you can follow Jameson. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's quite the lovely experience. Isn't that right, Brodie? Yeah, I've logged in pretty much around 20 hours on this game already. No, I haven't. 20 hours is a lie. I've logged in like 15. Yeah, I've logged in more like 15 hours. So, it's kinda sad that I already know how the game ends, but that shouldn't really matter. Personally speaking, I think it will be better for the experience because now I won't have to waste time figuring out what I was supposed to do here and there and everywhere. Anyway, as I said, we are going to do this from the point of view of a cat, and let us give our nails a good manicure. Look at the cute little scratches. Hello, Damien. Hello, Jameson. Where is Snow? Oh, hello, Snow. Right, so we can have a drink of water as usual. And yeah, personally speaking, what I also like the design of the environment. It's kinda done well. It looks post-apocalyptic, especially with the plants growing out of the walls, because these places have not been in use for the longest time, as you guys can see. Such a beautifully done environment. But yeah, so these are how the post-apocalyptic world looks like. As you move with little Brodie. Ah yes, Brodie and Jameson. Ain't that the cutest thing you've ever seen, you guys? Oh, I'm gonna make that a highlight. Yo, what's up, Jamie? Yeah, so I think they are moving around to go look for food. Cats are quite the expert hunters, as we all know. And you might give your cat the best life possible, still want to go and hunt down little birds, little rats and other small animals just because it's in their instinct. Hello, Snow. Yo, where are the others? Alright, we need to hold to chain the jumps. That was really cute. I don't know what's going on because my other buddies... Oh, there they are. Seems we took the other route. I'm not so sure why the other cats are not around with us. But yeah, I'm following Damien around. And as you can see, the cats are ever the playful bunch, as they are always known to be. Alright. I guess it's just gonna be me and Damien then. So we are observing our environment currently, and for me I think it looks fantastic. Look at the little cat ears just dangling around the screen. It's so wonderful. But yeah, let's keep on moving, shall we? It's a nice platforming game. It's kind of a nice cross between Little Nightmares and the normal cuts. Okay, so Damien makes it through. Jameson makes it through. It's now Brodie's little turn. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, Brodie. Anybody else got a little bit of Lion King vibes? All hail the king. Oh, Brodie. Oh, God. God damn it. Yeah, this part still hurts me every single time. It sucks that Brodie had to fall down. Now, this... Oh, poor Brodie. Oh, poor Brodie. Oh, poor Brodie. Now, I'm kinda pissed off that the other cats didn't try to help us. They just stood up there and watched. Now, yeah, so where we are right now is an underground city. So, what happened was when everything went to shit and the gases were killing people, the humans built an underground city to try and let people survive to let people try and survive the skirmish that was going on until things got better. But thing is, it took way longer than what they had originally thought it would, and as such the human race ended up dying out. Now, the humans also created robots, but the robots were created as a way of helping them, and immediately the human race died out, the robots took over. So now we are in the dead city. As I explained, this was an underground city that was built by the robots, and these little rascals that you see moving around with the orange glow in their eyes, those are the things that also led to the extinction of the humans, and they also kill robots. Now, that camera is nodding towards us. I'm gonna say it's kinda important. It's really important that that camera is nodding towards us. Yeah, so these things, they are called Zaks. Now, these things are horrific. As you can see, this is a dead robot. Now, we need to move around. So yeah, as you can see, that camera is nodding us on. We somehow... Now, I found this part really funny. It's saying help and pointing us in a direction. Now, that is obviously meant for us, the people that can read. But as a cat, I doubt that would happen. A cat wouldn't be able to understand that, but again, I really found this part really cool. But yeah, this is basically speaking, moving from the point of view of a very smart cat, I would assume. Now, as you can see, I love how well they did the platforming of this game. Now, this fan would chop Brodie off, and we don't want that. Now, the first time I was playing this game, I thought Brodie would die of thirst and hunger. So, these places which were raining, I'd take the bucket and the little bucket and place it there in hopes that it was going to collect water for me to drink, but apparently was not necessary. Instead, this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, yeah, so that's what we were supposed to do. Get the fan to stop and move through. As I said, Brodie is quite the smart cat. Now, being a cat, as I said, I was told that it's not best to play this game speedrunning, as I was doing the first time I played, just to finish it. And yeah, Brodie is still a cat at the end of the day, and I'm going to keep throwing things off buildings, because why the hell not? I know, right? I mean, why the hell not? Yeah, screw these paint cans. All of them. And I have to admit it's more fun playing it as a cat rather than a person trying to finish the game. Oh yeah, before I drop that down, let me show you something. So when you come in here, it tells you to follow me, but you know you can't jump through the glass. Then that's when you go up and just like the cat you are, says screw these paint cans. Right. Anyway, we jump down again and we jump in. Now the paint has splattered all over the place, so I'd like for you guys to look at these cute little paw prints on the ground. They are just the best thing ever. I wish they never faded away and just left these nice little cute tracks all over the place. Isn't that right, little Brodie? Anyway, we also take the time to ruin people's carpets, because why not? It's what we do. And we also have the chance to walk over shelves, break things, because nobody can stop us. It's the best part about being a cat. You get to do all the things you ever wanted to do. Now, as you guys can see on the poster, this guy was playing dart, and I cannot tell you what these things is, but it kind of looks like douchebag, in my opinion. And these things are deadly. Believe me when I say they are the most deadly things I have seen in a very cute game. Again, let's ruin somebody's rug because we can. And yeah, so he's telling us to follow us there. We are gonna take a nice little drink right here for the fun of it, and then we can keep moving. Now again, I like throwing things down for the fun of it. As you can see, they are getting bigger. The further we go into this game, the bigger these things get. Okay, there was nothing up there. Yeah, so the arrow keeps pointing us where we're supposed to go. These Zacks keep appearing everywhere. And as you can see, they were in the process of... Well, I'll just let you guys see. This robot is kinda still alive, but... And... as you guys can see, the Zacks, they pretty much eat up the robots and dissolves even metal. And... even biological things like... Okay, so we need to go up. So even biological things like humans and animals would not stand a chance by that same, logic description. So you can see there was noxious gas on the outside and there were Zacks inside the city. So it was a pretty much lose-lose situation for humans and their robots. Well, it was just a loose situation for robots because the robots only had to face these monstrosities. And I mean, they look so cute, but these things are dangerous. And Brodie is ready to fight them off. Now, I thought that Brodie was going to fight them off until I saw that he was quite the little... Oh Lord, this part gives me anxiety every single time. Oh, bloody hell. Come on, Brodie. Oh no, Brodie, come on, Brodie, come on, Brodie. Oh boy. Oh boy, Brodie, come on, Brodie, come on, Brodie, come on, Brodie. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Look at how much! Oh no, they've caught up to us. Come on, Brodie! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Yeah, as I said, these things are the worst. They look cute, but they're the devils. They are the devil incarnate. Come on, Brodie! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Yeah. So those are the Zacks. Personally speaking, I think they are modeled after ticks. You know, sometimes if there are some people who don't take good care of their pets and they end up developing ticks. So I think Zacks are created after ticks. They're basically things like, and the funny thing is, ticks also were the harbinger, or how should I say, the vessels for the plague. So if you think about it from that point of view, you're going to realize that this is basically a modern day version of a plague that occurred, that wiped out humanity and is now also in the process of wiping out robots. Now, robots are the new representation of humanity in this alternate universe as well, because they still behave like humans, they still do things like humans all over the place. And yeah, it's all metaphors here and there and everywhere, basically speaking. Now I will say this game it has so many nice secrets and everything, but as far as the lore goes, as I said, the robots are kind of the representation of the humans, but we will get to meet and see the history of how all this went down. I'm just giving you a small brief here and there. We are supposed to head over there now. We are supposed to move up here, as you can see that camera and the lights showing us that's where we're supposed to go. Now if we jump up here, we can see that we would need to go up top of this barrel and then jump up. So when you go in and walk, it moves. As I said, Brodie is not a regular cat. It's probably a genius, you know, using human IQ. But yeah, so we move and we move. Now when I was playing this the very first time, some things were so obvious and then some weren't. But that's the whole point of experiencing new games, new things and all that stuff. So sometimes you can just meow in front of a camera, and whenever it nods, it tells you are in the right direction. Oh, gets me every time, especially because we have PTSD from that very first fall. But yeah, so we keep on moving up with little Brodie. And the arrows also keep showing us where we're supposed to go, which is pretty much nice. Now I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm going to get 100% everything in the game, achievements and all stuff. I've never been the most keen on doing such stuff. I'm more of the experience of the game. And by playing this game, I've also gotten quite the appreciation for cats, because I'd always get pissed when a cat would knock over my cups from the table, scratch the seats and all that. But when you're doing it yourself and you know that there is no consequence to what you're doing, it's kind of fun. Yeah, so we are on the right track, and here we are. So we cannot jump up because that fan would shred us. I've never understood why it shows us the upper floor when you jump on top of that, but there is this power supply that cuts off the fan, and that allows us to keep on moving, which is pretty sweet. Now we are inside the flats. I'm sorry for the slight drops in frames. That tends to happen whenever we enter a new area or something significant happens, like a change in a change in scenery. So this is one of the things that I also like doing, just figuring out what the contraptions in the world are. Isn't that right, little Brodie? Oh man. Anyway, screw that guy's books. Screw his rug. Screw the things on top of this table, because screw them all. Now these guys like need help. Personally speaking, I'm just gonna walk on top of his keyboard because I can. Data corrupted, need help. Okay, so JXHHH and blah 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 and all that. Body required for download. Body required. Okay. Enter the door, turn on body. Okay, I will do that, but after I send you this wonderful reply. Enter the door, find a body. Yes, ZZZ, whatever. Right. Wait, we haven't said screw these books. Yeah, screw those books. Anyway, here we are. So we need to help him. Yeah, dude decided to lock us up inside here. Such a freaking asshole. Anyway, we need to open this, and there is this thing. So I was seeing this power supply, took it out of the computer, and if you look at the floor, there are 4 pieces. So you walk next to one and you place it in, and you figure out, it actually fits. So we have to find the other 3 now. Personally speaking, I know where they all are, so gets me every time. So this is the other power supply. You put it in, and now we have 2. So the third one is up there, as you can see, with the circle littered on it. And when you jump on this, it drops stuff, and the 4th one conveniently is right here. So we take the 3rd one and we place it, and we jump and jump and take the 4th and last one, and we place it, and we place it in as well. So that should power everything up, and it opens that door. Now as you can see, the guy on the screen is telling us to pick up this thing that looks like a very tiny robot. So personally speaking, I did not know what that is, but I figured out that's the robot the guy downloaded into his brain. Now when you come here, as you can see, the box has it on, has the picture of it, so we can pick it up. I kinda wanted to jump into the box, but we couldn't, which was quite the disappointment. But this guy is pointing us to us relentlessly that we should put it in that thing. So we do that, and we are about to meet our first companion in the entire game, a tiny robot, Mr. B12 or B12. And as you can see, little Brodie is quite enamored by what has just happened, as was I the first time it actually happened. Now I will be bringing this to you guys in around 1 hour episodes, that you can do it in a very short 6. I think that will be much better. As I said, I'm going to be playing it from the POV of a cat, so that's why it's gonna take 6 hours. If I did it as a speedrunning thing, I'd probably be done in 2.5 max. Now, apparently this guy understands cat. So this guy couldn't believe there was a cat in the dead city. Basically speaking, you guys can read. So we can call him B12 or B12. And as I can say, okay, so as you can see now, we get to control the both of them together. And what happens is now they are going to work in tandem, because this guy is just some robot, he can't do all the things, and Brodie is just a cat, he can't do all the things, but together they make a human, if that makes sense. Now let's talk more about B12. So B12 says that he's okay. Let's first address how Brodie is working. So it's the first time he's ever had to carry anything on his back, so it's kind of tiring for him. So that's the key that has been digitized for us to be able to get out of here. Now B12 is going to act as our translator for things all over the world, and at the same time is also going to act as our explainer, not our explainer, like our tour guide to explain things that are happening all over the planet. So anyway, as you can see now, together we make the perfect human. Now let's talk about B12. So B12 tells us that he was an assistant to a scientist. Anyway, there's a code here that says 3748, and we dropped some paint, so that's nice, which you guys know it means cute little footprints on the floor. Wait, let's start. Okay, we can't even see. We can't even see the cute little footprints, man. This blows. Anyway, if you ever have a musical instrument in your house, you can expect your cat to do this, because cats do not understand the meaning of not making noise in your house at night. Anyway, so 3748 was the code. The first time I played this, I was stuck here for a while before I decided to actually realize that I'm not a human. You're not supposed to be completely human in this game. You're supposed to also try and think as a cat, because the moment you stop thinking like a cat in this game, some things are not going to be pretty obvious for you to do. Now, as you can see, these yellow blobs on the walls, those are eggs for the Zarks, and as I said, this thing kind of mirrors ticks. It's like ticks took over the planet, and I'm so sorry for these very slight drops in frames. They are really minute, but they do happen, especially when you're doing such transitions. But yeah, so wait, I will continue explaining after this point. So yeah, again, so B12 also doesn't have his memory back. He just knows that he was assisting a scientist. So as you can see now, part of what we shall be doing is we are going to be trying to recover memories for B12. So all those slots represent a memory that can be found by exploring the world that we are in. Now, Mr. B12 says that he was assisting a scientist, and he doesn't know what happened to him. Now, if I tell you exactly what happened, I'll be spoiling for you guys. So I'd like not to do that. But the scientist he was assisting was human, and he is a robot. Now we had to download the body for him so that he can get to live with us. Now as you can see, safe zone, so this points towards a safe zone. So as you can see, now he's going to be interpreting the words for us. So he basically talks cat at the same time. He can interpret things for us. Now that sound you heard, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, I did not think these things were actually going to chase us. or rather I forgot. Anyway, that sound you heard, that's the sound Zacks make when they die. And we've arrived in the slums within the inner city. Now these are the robots that are still alive. And this robot is scared as hell and has, well, he's turned on the alarm. Now for me this is quite significant in terms of the law. As I told you, these guys have locked themselves out to keep themselves away from the Zacks. And just like current day society, current day world, there are the rich and there are the poor, and even the robots themselves split themselves up in two classes. There are those who are confined to the slums, others who are confined to the city, others who are confined to better places. And so far we've only made it to the slums. Now the reason why everybody is running away is people think we are a Zack, or they think we might be here to cause them harm, which is quite understandable, because if you had to go through the Zacks, you'd also be quite cautious of anybody who just comes, anybody who just shows up to your place. Anyway, so this guy who looks like a samurai warrior, he is the, is it protector or something? Guardian. He is the guardian, yeah, that's the name. He is the one that is tasked with protecting all his other mates around the slum. And look at little Brodie, how cute he is. I mean, it's quite the overreaction that robots would run away from such a small critter, but then again, we were the same people that were running away from Zacks, so it's kind of understandable. Oh, look at him, all smiles and everything. Okay, so we can't understand that, please. Well, yeah, B12, please translate it for us. Yeah. Okay, so as long as we don't eat anyone, we are welcome to stay. So I think that's a fair trade, if you ask me. So the guardian is telling everyone that it's okay to come out. We are not gonna eat them. Oh boy. Anyway, so that's the bartender, the guy in the suit. I don't know who that other guy is, but yeah, I have met quite a few robots in these slums, but not all of them, because at some point it felt like I was wasting time by not completing the game. So let's show him this item of the outside. So we are being directed to the building, the orange building, to meet Momo. He's the last of the outsiders who thinks they know or they can find a way to go to the outside. Isn't that right, Brodie? Brodie is so cute, man. Anyway, we can walk inside here, cause scratches. Now these robots are sleeping, and one of the things that cats tend to do is cause a fracas. So I'm gonna keep waking them up because I can. Now I'm going to let you guys focus on the facial expression. So the first robot is just surprised. The second robot is a bit nervous that we've woken them up. The third robot is just straight up surprised. The fourth robot is pissed off we keep waking them up, and he's my favorite one to keep waking up because of how pissed off he gets. The fifth and sixth robots are just as surprised as usual. Now, that's one of the things cats do. They don't have a sense of knowing to give you space to sleep and enjoy yourself. Now, before we leave, I'm gonna do it one more time because I can. Right. Anyway, this guy, I don't know what he's doing. So, but his part, it's nice, is a nice part of the law, because as you guys can see, there is no sunlight and plants cannot survive without sunlight. But the humans during this dire situation were able to reverse engineer plants that could grow on just water without sunlight, and now this guy is taking care of them. Now when we go down here, this guy plays music. He's a musician. Now there are some things which we can find around the city which are called sheet musics, and each time we find one we can bring them to him and he'll play us a tune. Now here we have some soda, some vending machines which Brodie somehow knows how to press to get soda. How he does that, I don't know. We also have some paper bags, and once you wear a paper bag, as cats attend to do, this happens where the controls get reversed and you just move around aimlessly, which is one of the best additions in the game that I really like. Yeah, so that happens. Now, I did mention previously that there are some memories that you can help Abi-Wan to regain. So if you look here, there are these things which glow like this. So this is a memory. This is a remembrance. I call them remembrances. I don't know if they are, but I call them that. But as you can see, B112 is explaining to us that humans often say that making art is important in desperate situations, and currently the robots have developed to a point where they can make their own art, showing that they are in desperate situations. So I hope you guys can see the correlation between the humans and the robots, and as you guys can see, that's the slot we've unlocked for this memory. Now in the city we are in, as you guys can see, when we unlock that memory, there was specific boxes, smaller boxes that were grayed out. Now what that means is those are the number of memories we can find within this specific city. So if you are a bit diligent in your exploration of the city, you can find all memories. I can tell you, so far in the 15 hours I've logged in this game, I have not been able to find all memories, despite my hardest efforts in looking for them. Now I will say this, walking on the ground floor is really, it's not good to keep walking on the ground floor. You can easily get lost if you keep walking on the ground floor. Now I'm going to look down here. There is no memory, so we can keep moving. Now there is this guy. He tells us not to bother Vapora as she's clumsy, so this is my toe. Now when we jump here, and then we jump here, and then we jump down here, and then there, we get to cross to the other side. Now this is Vapora. We are gonna meet her. No, we're gonna meet her, and she tends to drop buckets. So personally speaking, we can meow as she's throwing one of them. Oh, but what they're doing is not work. This is a game. They're just playing this game to have fun. So I'm gonna do this. Wait for it. Now I'm gonna meow to just, because I can. Yeah, because I can. And that causes the paint to fall on the streets of this robot that owns the laundromat, and he's really pissed off about it. Now, I did that for fun. In all my playthroughs, I did that for fun, but it's actually quite significant in that it's required that you do that to progress the game. I won't tell you why, but you shall see. Now, we can't meet this robot who's just enjoying a siesta. And this is the building you were supposed to go. As I said, if you tried to maneuver... Why did you jump down? If you try to maneuver this from the ground floor, it gets really hard to do, honestly. But yeah, this is the building you were supposed to go to. And that is Momo. As you can see, he's kinda sad and pissed off. And Brodie has just arrived at his apartment. So let's go meet him. So if you translate this, it means the outsiders. That's their sign. So I'm gonna show him this postcard. So we've gained Momo's notebook. He tells us that his friends... So he tells us that his friends were also in his group of trying to be outsiders. As you can see from this picture, these are the four. So Momo is the one on the extreme right. The one with the heart is Clementine. The one seated there is something. His name starts with a Z. And the one who looks like a crazy mad scientist is Doc, because he's a crazy mad scientist. Anyway, so according to Momo, they have notebooks which contain information all over the place, and we need to go find them. Now, I'm gonna give Momo's rug a touch-up because I think it needs to. I'm gonna say screw his music because that music sucks. I'm going to jump over his desk because I can, and we're also going to play with a ball because we can. As I said, at the end of the day, we are still a cat. And this is what my friend was saying, like, if you play this game from the vantage point strictly of a human, it kinda doesn't give you the satisfaction you need. Which, I mean, kinda makes sense. Now, anyway, we're also going to do this to his door because we can. We are going to make sure that any other cat that ever comes here knows that we were here first. Ah yes, a bag. I swear, this is one of the best additions to this game. You get to see exactly what cats do all over the place. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Please, thank you. Now, this is another remembrance. Back Home 2. So, Back Home 2 was a video game that B12 remembers. So, him and the scientist spent a lot of time playing the game, and B12 definitely misses that scientist, but he can't remember his name. Now, as I said, as you can see, the grayed out small boxes, those are the memories we can find within this part of the town, the slums. So we have quite the number of memories to find. Anyway, I think I've done enough over here. Now let's actually move and find this notebook. So as you can see, that's an outsider symbol. So any place that has those symbols is where we need to go. So that's the first one that B12 has directed us towards. So let's not waste time and go. Okay, so yeah, this is the way. Okay, so this is the first apartment, and I think it belongs to Z something, whatever his name is. I'm gonna cause a mess because I can. Honestly, guys, I'm just gonna give you a fair heads up warning. It's more fun to do this as a cat than the way I was doing it previously. So that's his notebook. Oh, this is Clementine's apartment. So that's Clementine's notebook. I am going to still move around her apartment to see if there's something else I can find, which looks like there is nothing more for us to find in here. So we can leave and then move over to find so this is a sheet music. These are the things we need to take to that scientist. Not scientist, sorry, that musician that we met a few minutes ago. So that's the way. What we did there was not something that we did for fun. That's actually how we get to knock on doors. Pretty cool system, if I do say so myself. Anyway, we move now. As you guys can see, there are so many areas you can walk through to explore. Possibly if I did this much more, I'd probably be able to find all memories, and I'd probably also be able to find what's it called, all sheet musics, because I haven't been able to. As you can see, this is another remembrance. It's quite conveniently hidden behind this side. As you guys can see now, this is the classism that also exists among the robots. Midtown is up all the way there. So this is the elevator apparently, but Midtown is up there and the slums are down here. So even in their times, humans could not help but divide themselves by social class. And a lot of people from the slums were prepared to do anything to move up there, and the robots in the end also copied the human behavior and segregated themselves according to class. So that's another memory unlocked. So we have 4 more memories to unlock in this region, if I can find them, because it helps to add on to the lore of what happened if you can find all the memory remembrances and you know, at least have the full lore, the full story of what actually took place. Now anyway, we have found the first of 3 extra notebooks, so I shall keep on going to look for the other notebooks. So Momo tells us that these guys live in the upper flats, the outsiders that is, and despite me telling you guys that it's best to always move at the top, sometimes you can still get lost, as I'm conveniently showing you guys. Now that's another outsider sign. Sorry, my throat's getting a bit scratchy. I think I've been talking a lot, but yeah, this is an old man. I'm gonna meet him, and he tells us that there's something that compels him to want to pet us, but he doesn't know what it is. It's because we are cute and cuddly, old man. It's because we are cute and cuddly. Anyway, this is the second machine that we can't use to get a can, so let's just take the energy drink can and continue moseying on. Now This is the other outsider apartment, and we're gonna walk in. So we're gonna jump on books because screw those books, as I said. Oh boy. And you're gonna jump on these books and say screw them, jump on those, screw them. Wait, they did not fall. Yeah, screw those books. Jump, jump, jump. Oh boy, I really love doing this. And we can also ruin this guy's couch because we can. Right. Anyway, jump, jump, and screw those books. Let's translate this. Hey Doc, I found the keys to your safe. You need to be more careful with this. So we've gained some new keys. It's not enough to bury your safe behind a bunch of books. So that's just the librarian. So we now know that his safe is behind a bunch of books. So now that I've finished making a mess, let's find that safe that is behind a bunch of books. And would you know it, that's the safe. Okay. These are the keys, and that's the book. So we can now find the other notebooks. So that was Doc's notebook. It also has some information about a weapon he was developing to defeat the Zax. Right, this is sheet music number 7 out of 8, which we shall need to find. So far we've only found 2 sheet musics, which I mean isn't the worst thing in the world, but there are plenty more to find. Anyway, this is a couch, and we can also do some channel surfing, and as you can see on the TV, because as a cat, why not? Anyway, we move. So down here we go and we leave and we move to the other side. Now these guys have already gotten into trouble, so there's no need to keep getting them into trouble. Yeah, so this is the other point we need to get to. So the next building we need to get to is this one right there. Let me focus on it. As you can see, that's the other outsider sign, and we need to find our way up. So we are going to keep platforming through other buildings because we can. And here we are. So this is the other final outsider building. Once you take this power supply out, it turns off the generator. Not the generator, the fan. And you get to jump into this other apartment. As I said, Brodie is quite the smart cat. Now, personally speaking, I was jumping on boxes like a cat because I can. But unbeknownst to me is one of the notebooks was actually inside one of those old moldy boxes. And that is exactly why you cannot miss out on the experience of playing this game as a cat. Yeah, so that's Zabsa's notebook. Z Blatzer. So let's just call him Baltazar. They seem to eat almost anything that moves and breed at an inconceivable rate, as if being locked in the city wasn't hard enough. I always wonder what B12 is doing. Yeah, so as you guys can see, this notebook also had a means of communication, not a communication but a means of fixing the transceiver that is broken, which will allow Momo to communicate with his buddies on the outside. Anyway, that's the final what's it called, that's the final notebook. So we can go back to Momo and show him all these notebooks that he found. Now, personally speaking, I'm gonna end this episode after well, not after. I don't want to show him the notebooks as yet, because if we do end up showing him the notebooks, it shall inadvertently at least put us in a position where we go on to the next mission, and that's kind of not what I want to do at this point. So instead, we are going to give this guy one of the sheet musics that we found. So far we've only found 2, and I'm gonna hand him sheet music number 2 out of 8, which is Ballad of the Lonely Robot. And on this note, I'm gonna end this episode here with Brodie taking a convenient nap right next to the musician as he plays our outro tune, which will allow us to end this first episode of hopefully 6, definitely 6. Anyway, as Brodie says goodnight to all of us, I will catch you guys in the next episode from this point, where we shall go to Momo and give him the notebooks, triggering the next point of the mission. So with that being said, stay safe, be smart, be kind, tell somebody you love them today, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.
Coming.